Chapter 3 of The Crown and the Flame, Book 2. King Luther is sailing back from the Iron Empire. Kenna accelerates her campaign while Dom embarks on a journey of his own. Chapter 3 The Shipbuilders. Now playing as Kenna. Slowly your eyes open. Lying on a cot in your command tent, you try to move, but... Careful now. Oh, Kenna, you've been badly burned. You need to rest. I can't quite remember. Vasilios, Dom, what happened? Dom's blast caught you. It was bad. How bad? We didn't think you were going to make it. That bad. But you're strong, and you're here now. I guess that's something. I'll go get Dom. He'll want to see you. Whitlock and Annalise leave. A few moments later, Dom enters. Seeing you, his face falls and he drops to his knees beside you. Kenna, I'm so sorry. I'll never forgive myself for this. You don't need to apologize. Yeah, you kind of did save my life, I guess. If it weren't for you, Vasilios would have slit my throat. I can't believe I let that oaf get the drop on me. Would you rather I died at his hand? No, of course not. You looked so broken lying there that day. I couldn't bear it. How long has it been? You've been my friend since we were kids. You showed me kindness when no one else would. And suddenly you were gone. I had to face the idea of a world without you. One where I was responsible. Dom, if I'd had better control, this wouldn't have happened. You're doing the best you can. You're learning. Say tried to warn me that I needed more training, but I didn't listen to her. I was reckless, and you paid the price for it. I'm making sure that will never happen again. What are you saying? I'm leaving, Kenna. I'm going with Say to train in the Black Spine Mountains. Her people are there. You're leaving? Her people can teach me, at least I hope they can teach me, to control my power. Dom reaches out to take your hand, but you can't help wincing as he touches your raw, burned skin. He looks away and clenches his fist. You see smoke curling off his fingers. I have to do this, for the 5 kingdoms. For you. Dom, I understand. You know this isn't easy for me. I know. I'll be back, as soon as I can, I promise. Goodbye, Kenna. Goodbye. As Dom opens the tent flap to leave, you see Say standing outside. Say, a word? She steps inside as Dom leaves. You know about Dom's plan, then? I do. I have just one thing to tell you. Well, it'll take as much time as it takes, so please just look out for him. Watch his back. I'll try to bring him back undamaged, but I promise nothing. The road is treacherous. Say turns and exits the tent, leaving you feeling distinctly uneasy. The next day, still in pain, you meet with Leon, Annalise, Raydan, Rowan, and Whitlock. Someone as fearsome as you needn't rush the healing process, my lady. We know you are tough. You should be resting. Besides, why pass up the opportunity to be taken care of all day? Because we can't afford that luxury, not with Luther's return coming much sooner than we expected. Still can't believe he's willing to risk his fleet in the stormy season. He must have learned of our movements against him. So what's your plan then? Can I rise? I'm assuming you have one. The plan has always been to free the 5 kingdoms and then take the fight across the sea to Luther before he can return. That plan hasn't changed. Now we just have to do it a lot faster. We do know that Luther's fleet is mostly transport ships. That means they're huge? Oops. While that is true, more importantly, it means they aren't built for ship-to-ship fighting. On the water, our naval force would have the advantage. And we need every advantage we can get, considering how much larger his army is. We can't let him reach land at Lycos and deploy his troops. Then we'll take it before he returns. I missed out on that prestige point. We'll amass a naval force first, then take control of Lycos. At the same time, we'll develop anti-ship weaponry for the battle to come. I've got some ideas on how to disable Luther's ships. I won't make weapons, but I will come up with something that can neutralize them. I understand. Your brilliance is always appreciated, Whitlock. There's a shipyard in El Rio, the seaside town near Panrion. That's where most of Luther's ships came from. So if we can take El Rio, we might be able to get the shipbuilders to help us. And you expect the people of El Rio just to do your bidding after you storm in, swords drawn? A direct assault isn't the best way to make allies can arise. I agree with the Vined one. I have spies in El Rio. Rumor has it that many respected members of the community are plotting a rebellion. If we can get to one of their meetings, we may be able to convince them to join forces. We help them fight, they give us ships. Sounds like a fair trade to me. You could send a small team, traveling in secret and with no identifying marks, to infiltrate and... No, I'll speak with them myself. Kenna, I do not wish to offend, but this is not your arena. We'll have to smuggle you into the city. One wrong word, one slip-up, and it'll be your throat getting cut. I'm up for the challenge. Tell me what I need to do. I sense that you are refusing to bend on this matter. Your senses are as accurate as ever. Very well then, a disguise would help. I know time is short, but if you can dress in something less royal, it would make our task easier and help get the people of El Rio to trust you. Well, shoot. I don't have any diamonds, and also that is kind of a strange peasant's disguise, to be honest. Well, sorry. There's no time. Understood. Shall we embark on our journey to El Rio? Wait, I'm going to come with you. Are you sure? The dangers are nothing worse than what I've faced every day living under Vasilios, let me assure you. Besides, if I'm there, I can speak for Thorngate. It's settled then. We'll set off as soon as our things are packed. There's just one other thing. It's Val. What about her? Wait, where is she? She's been holed up in the woods since you got burned. What? Why wasn't I told? You should be resting as it is. We knew once we told you, you'd want to run off and see her. And it's a little complicated. She did not exactly leave on good terms with Dominic. We've sent soldiers out after her. She won't talk to anyone. Sometimes she gets like this. If you ask me, it seems like she just needs the right person to talk to her. It's a diamond choice, isn't it? Want to go after Val? This is your chance to gain her undying loyalty as an official ally. Seriously? I like Val. I kind of regret getting the Golden Mountain thing now. Okay, wait, hold the phone. Okay, so I definitely did something stupid, but I really want to do at least one of these diamond scenes. We're going after her. You leave the castle and search through the woods around the thorn gate for Val. This is around where Leon said she was. Val, are you out there? Can you hear me? I think just about everyone in the 5 kingdoms can hear you. You hear a rustling in the trees above you. A second later, Val drops down in front of you. There you are. +1 prestige. Yeah, here I am. What are you doing here? Val, I was worried about you. You were? Of course. Leon said you disappeared out here after the battle. I was just surprised to hear that you got so upset. You didn't react this way after Stormhold. That was different. Different how? Let me put it this way. When you're a mercenary, spending time with brutes like Severin, it's easy not to care about the guys next to you. If they lived, if they died, it was all just another day's work. All for the coin, right? Right. When you're in the middle of battle, you can't be thinking about someone else's neck. You've just got to look out for your own. You can't get attached. You can't care. But when I saw you lying there on the castle stones, all burned and lifeless, well, first, I damn near killed Pretty Boy for roasting you. You attacked Dom? Yeah, that'd be pretty interesting. Hey, I'm up for a rematch, anytime. That's when I left. And while I've been out here, I realized, as much as I tell myself I'm just here for my payout when all this is over, it's not true. Not anymore. You're not just some dumb royal I'm scheming to make coin off of. Aw, Val. Shut up. I'm trying to say something. I'm starting to, care about all these people. About you, most of all. Val. What is she saying? I care about you too? Oh. Huh. I did not expect that, but makes sense, okay. Val blushes and shakes her head. That's enough of this feeling stuff. Val quickly pulls out oh, please don't do that. Pulls out a knife and holds it to her palm. Whoa, what are you doing? Queen Kenna, I, Val Greaves, hereby pledge myself to you. You're not gonna cut yourself, are you? It's a blood oath, Kenna. Blood is required. I mean, if you want, go ahead. Val cuts across her palm and holds her fist in front of her, the blood trickling down into the earth. I am sworn to you now, Kenna. New ally. Val has joined your alliance, +5 armor. You ready to win this war? Ready, Kenna? I'd follow you into the 3 hells and back if I needed to. Good, because the way things are going, that just might be our next stop. Now playing as Dom, you and Say have made camp for the evening in the forest. As you gather wood for a fire, Say returns from hunting and plucks a skinned rabbit into your hands. Dinner. Cook it. I'm starting the fire now. You're gathering wood to start a fire? You are a fire. Cook the meat. Consider this your next test. Are you just saying this because you're hungry and you don't want to wait? Cook the rabbit, Lowlander, if you can. You hold up the rabbit. Cook the rabbit. You slowly roast the rabbit, the meat sizzling in your hands. You and Say take turns eating the perfectly cooked meat. That was easy. Not bad. +1 firepower. I knew it. Food is the only thing that makes you smile. It's not just the rabbit. Your training is coming along, and I know I'm not always the best teacher. Once we reach the Black Spine Mountains, you will learn from a true master, my grandfather. Your grandfather? Is he like you? Or is he, nice? Your jokes are unappreciated, Lowlander. Who's joking? You'll meet him soon enough. We're only a day from my village. In the silence that follows, you can't help your thoughts from drifting to Kenna. I hope she's okay. Say reaches into her pack, pulling out a bottle that glows red. I know you blame yourself for what happened, but if you can't get over it, your training will suffer. Is that some kind of forgetting potion? It's alcohol, so yes. Drink with me now and forget your troubles, Lowlander. Wait, are you actually trying to comfort me? I am offering you a drink. Don't make me regret it. Man, I want to drink with Say. But I'm not spending any more money, so... Well, you're drinking alone. I'm beat. We should get some rest before tomorrow. Quiet, I heard something. A second later, you hear a clinking sound. That sounds like... armor. You and Say leap up to defend yourselves. As you and Say leap up to defend yourselves, 4 armed Naraka soldiers charge out of the forest toward you. Prepare to die. That's so dramatic. Hiya! Say's hands ignite into 2 flaming whips. She lassos 2 of the charging soldiers. Ah! Yeah! You see their armor melting as they're burned from the inside. You turn to the 3rd soldier, spotting him as he swings his sword at you. Jump back. You dodge his sword as it cuts the air just in front of you. You summon your strength and blast him with a fireball. Ah! You turn to see the last soldier smack Say across the face. Oof. Fireball the soldier. Get away from her, +2 firepower. Ah! You're learning, Lowlander. You're learning, Lowlander. You and Say stand there amid the ashes, panting for a moment. After the smoke clears... What were Naraka's soldiers doing here in the Black Spine Mountains? This wasn't a scouting group. Their armor is all wrong for that. These were foot soldiers. They never should have been this close to my village. My people. Dom, we must hurry. Now playing as Kenna. For several days, your group travels across open grasslands towards El Rio. I see smoke on the horizon. Hells, is that a brush fire? One of those nearly wiped out our camp a few summers ago. The tents stank of smoke for weeks. No, it's Panrion, the city neighboring El Rio. Last time I was there, the smoke was so thick you could taste it. Panrion was once a thriving city, known for its beauty, until that iron-hearted scholar, Florian Tartassus, got his hands on it. Interesting, you don't usually hear scholars doing things like this. Who's Florian Tartassus? The ruler of this land, but I hear El Rio's been his new pet project for the past few months. The shipbuilders in El Rio are renowned for their craft, but apparently their production speed wasn't up to his standards. I want to know more about this Florian. What's he like? He and Luther share certain priorities, but unlike Luther, Florian isn't petty or cruel. He simply values efficiency above all else. If prison cells and gruel increased productivity, he'd use them in a heartbeat. Lovely. Can't wait to meet him. That's the last thing we want to do. If this man's half as smart as Raydan seems to think, you shouldn't be going anywhere near him. Agreed. The next few days are going to be dangerous. If we're discovered, we won't be able to fight our way out. Why do I feel like I should be preparing for the worst? Later that day, you arrive at the seaside town of El Rio. Walking into the center of town, you come across a large crowd of people filling the street. This is El Rio? Men and women mingle, laugh, and dance to the music of a drummer and piper sitting on the front steps of a tavern. Everyone's so festive. What's going on? What, you thought they'd be lying in the streets sobbing? Even under harsh rulers, life goes on. I admit to being surprised as well. Perhaps Florian's authoritarianism has been exaggerated. Either way, I need to drink and rest my feet. Find me in the tavern when you're done gawking. Rowan pushes her way through the crowd toward a small tavern. A drink sounds good to me. Been a while since Oof. A short, muscular woman stumbles out of the crowd, running right into Val. Oop, sorry, miss. Hope I didn't hurt you. I'm Kailani, and you are? I'm Val. A well-muscled man emerges from the crowd to stand next to Kailani, who glares up at him. Noah, you big bloody oaf, you threw me right into poor Val. Not my fault you're so easy to throw, Kai. Kailani turns back to you, her eyes flicking from one member of your group to the next. She takes in your fine clothes, her eyes narrowing suspiciously. Well, look here, Noah. Not every day we have the honor of meeting a noble lady. Please excuse my sister's rudeness. What brings you to our humble town, milady? They can't know who I really am, not yet. I'm actually completely lost. We're on our way to visit my cousin's estate in the countryside, but we seem to have lost our way. We came here to ask for directions. Shoot. Well, afraid I don't know anything about an estate around these parts. That was actually kind of a lame excuse. I should have just said I'm here to buy the ship. Perhaps milady could ask one of the soldiers. I'm sure they'd be happy to help you. Now, unless you need anything else. The musicians strike up a lively tune and a space opens in the center of the crowd for dancing. Excuse us. Come on, Noah, and try not to lob me into anything this time, yeah? Kailani drags Noah back into the crowd. They seem suspicious of us, but overall... Screw the reporting. It looks like they're having fun, and I went in. Who's with me? Are you asking me to dance? Well, we are trying to blend in. Fine, you lot can go cavort with the locals if you please. I'll be over here trying to make sense of all this. What do you want to do, Kenna? I could talk with Leon. I could dance with Leon. Dance with Val. He's being kind of grumpy. Maybe I should talk with him. She asked me to dance. I kissed him last time. Let's go. Raydan bows, offering you his hand. If you do me the honor? Gladly. Raydan holds you tightly, and you feel your breath leave your body. This isn't the same kind of dance everyone else is doing. Alas, this is the only way I know how to dance. He dips you down low, your head nearly brushing the street. That's really impressive, actually. He lifts you back up. And here I thought you knew everything. Any man who claims to know everything is either a fool or a liar. I often find myself relying on informed guesses. Can you guess what I'm going to do next? Raydan's eyes gaze into yours, and he pulls you even closer. Sorry, that was kind of cheesy. I'd guess that you're going to kiss me. I mean, that's a pretty obvious guess. Tweak his beard. That's weird. I'm just going to kiss him. Your free hand cradles the back of Raydan's neck, pulling his lips gently against yours. Sigh, spy, plus romance. You kiss Raydan during your dance. Do we get, like, extra points for romance, or is that just a random thing that pops up? Very perceptive. I'm seldom wrong. You kiss him again and close your eyes, letting Raydan lead your body through the dance, never missing a step. Angry shouts split the evening air. Revelers freeze mid-dance and the music comes to a halt. Trouble, we need to find the others. You regroup near the door of the tavern, craning to see over the heads of the thick crowd. Rowan comes out to join you. What is it? I can't see anything. What about you, tree woman? Listen. You listen and hear the loud clanking of armor coming from every direction. Scores of hulking figures in black armor fill the street, their weapons at the ready. Navraka's soldiers! We're surrounded. Okay. At least I didn't die. You chose to remain in your usual outfit, which attracted unwanted attention. You went after Val, and she pledged her loyalty to you. Best to be on her good side. You chose not to stay up with Say. She thinks of you just as a lowlander student. Nothing more. You danced with Raydan at the El Rio dance, but the moment got interrupted. Overall progress. Rowan, alive and recruited. Val, alive and sworn to you. Interesting. Prestige, 7 out of 12. Power, 7 out of 8. Weapons, 0 out of 5. Allies, 10 out of 10. Troops, 0 out of 0. Significant choices, 15 out of 5. Wow, I did really badly on Prestige. Army score, 39 out of 75. You guys need to start being more professional instead of kissing me on. Oh well. End of the chapter.